fans at Hornby's. We are now 5 minutes to kick off. Get moving to your seats. We're 5 minutes to kick off.
Hotel and Resorts, the official hotel partner of the United Soccer League. The 2026 campaign kicking off with a meeting of the top teams from the West. A season ago, it's Sacramento Republic hosting FC Tulsa right here, Hartnell Park. It's presented by UC Davis Health. Believe in better. We welcome you to week one of the USL Championship. I'm Rob McAllister. He's Adam Moffitt. Year 13, hard to believe, but here we are, Adam, and what a matchup it is here in Sacramento to start things off. You go with Tulsa, the Western Conference finalists from a season ago, but they've got big holes to fill. The youth, Taylor Calhera, 17 goals a season ago and 8 shutouts from Johan Penaranda, the goalkeeper, going to Lexington. Meanwhile, for Sacramento, 14 new players in their camp as well. The loss of Rodrigo Lopez, retiring Russell Cicerone, Tampa Bay, Luis Felipe, Sebastian Herrera, it goes on and on, but there's a lot of new faces here. Let's begin with Tulsa.
Lots of goals to fill in. As you mentioned, Taylor Calhera, 17 goals in the USL Championship, 21 overall. Lots of new faces. They need to find ways of getting goals. Is it going to be a committee? Is it going to be one player? They've got Remy Cabral coming in. We know he can score goals. Not starting tonight, but capable of putting the ball in the back of the net and then stopping goals. Alex Tambakis, one of the best in USL history. Danny Vitiello has something to say about that. And then on the flip side, if Sacramento Republic, again, the attack has so many changes. We see defensively a lot of that. Those 11 players were defensive-minded players. The midfield, the attack, it's going to look very different this year for Sacramento Republic. Arturo Rodriguez, Memo Rodriguez, Mark Anthony Kay, Malongo, Ajago, the list goes on and on. Excited to see these guys get going.
We'll talk about many of them as we come up in the broadcast here, but we have more of the pregame show, and then kickoff is just a few minutes away. It's Tulsa, it's Sacramento, USL Championship Week 1.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
Success starts here. Quality sleep is key to optimizing your performance, whatever the day holds. That's why at European Sleep Design, your mattress is custom designed to support your body's unique needs and built to last using non-toxic and eco-friendly materials so you can rest deeply and upgrade your life one night at a time. European Sleep Design, a better mattress for a better you.
The kitchen is not just where meals are made, but where memories are shared. And you need a space that's not just beautiful, but durable and easy to clean. Swap the top with Golden Grove countertops. Custom fit countertop replacement that aligns with any home's aesthetic. Installed in as little as 1 day. Our professional designers and in-house craftsmen will transform your countertops into the crown jewel of your culinary space.
Swap the top at your one-stop shop. Golden Grove countertops.
SMUD's Clean Power City movement is happening. Hundreds of thousands have joined the charge. They're taking action, driving electric, making clean power choices, and saving money with SMUD rebates. Together, we're creating clean power cities, while SMUD keeps our promise to deliver world-class safety, reliability, and some of the lowest rates in California. The Clean Power City movement is changing the world, one charge at a time. For 99 ways to join the charge, visit cleanpowercity.org.
No. I'm in my own head.
What the heck are you talking about?
I think I got away with something that I shouldn't have. See that brand new Hyundai Santa Fe?
Yeah.
I only paid...
Finish that bucket on your own. Practice makes perfect.
Enjoy your new car.
Yeah, you too. Bye-bye.
Feels so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on select Hyundai vehicles. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
In Sacramento, can't beat it. Here comes score, and here goes the goal. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by UC Davis Health. Believe in better. By Western Health Advantage insurance plans that balance value and coverage. And by Sky River Casino, the premier casino in Elk Grove. Coming up next, starting 11s and kickoff.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
During the Subaru A Lot to Love event on Now, Maida Subaru says yes to big spring savings on one of Sacramento's largest selections of new and certified pre-owned Subarus. Yes to savings up to $7,000 off MSRP. Yes to financing as low as 0% on select models with little or no down payment. Yes to low lease payments on almost every new Maida Subaru. Plus big trade-in allowances. Want it all? You got it all at Maida Subaru. Visit MaidaSubaru.com, click the Maida Says Yes button, and unlock your spring savings today.
Made a great deal at Maida.
When it comes to your home, you want quality and comfort that you can trust. At Northwest Exteriors, we deliver the highest quality products at the lowest price for a trust you can see. With certified installers and excellent customer service for a trust you can feel. For every new energy-efficient window you purchase, Northwest Exteriors will buy back your old window for $159 each. 100% financing available. Simply the best.
Trust Northwest.
Simply the best. Trust Northwest.
At Sky River Casino. Catch all the action with rewards that add up and up. Experience new heights. With 18 restaurants, bars, and lounges, there's something for everyone. Enjoy over 80 table games, more than 2,100 slot machines in our thrilling high-limit room. Savor the win. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Join today at skyriver.com.
Since 1977, PAC Heating and Air has been keeping Sacramento families comfortable. For 3 generations, we continue to deliver expert AC repair and energy-efficient installations. Our seasoned pros do it right the first time, backed by superior products and award-winning service. With zero hassle and no sales pressure, our goal is to earn relationships through reliability. Call 916-409-0768 or visit PACheatingandair.com today. PAC Heating and Air, where comfort and value meet.
You're nothing short of unique. Your goals, your experiences, but most importantly, your health. Cookie-cutter health coverage just doesn't cut it. Western Health Advantage provides what really matters. Flexible plans that work for your individual needs. Support for healthy obsessions, getting more than the basics. Care that uplifts our community. That's my advantage. Whether you get insurance from an employer or Covered California, make the healthy switch and find your advantage at westernhealth.com.
Welcome back to Sacramento tonight. Starting 11 is brought to you by the Tiemann Law Firm. We begin with the Republic. The back looks pretty similar. Danny Viniello, Freddie Cleveland, Lee Desmond, Michelle Benitez, Ryan Spalding. But a slew of newcomers here. We have 6 new starters. Memo Rodriguez, Mark Anthony Kay, Mael Malongo, Danny Crisostomo, Arturo Rodriguez, and Forster Ajago at the top of this attack. Meanwhile, for Tulsa, pretty similar from a season ago. A couple of changes that we talked about in the pregame. Alex Tambakis in between the sticks. Lamar Batista, Sissoko, St. Clair, Pierre, Stoffer, and then Georgie Kucheski, the newcomer. Jamie Weber is back. El Medkar, who scored here in Sacramento last summer, and Stefan Lukic. Let's take a look at a couple of players we're going to keep an eye on tonight, and you really like this player. Attacking midfielder Arturo Rodriguez out of Mexico, just 25 years away, and we steal him away from Charleston.
Yeah, very dangerous player. Look for him getting on the ball and making things happen. We suspect he'll start on the right-hand side for Sacramento, but he's got that freedom to move around as well.
And meanwhile, for the other side, Jamie Weber, a guy who's played a lot of positions for Luke Spencer a season ago. He'll probably be asked to do the same here in 2026.
A really, really good talent in the USL Championship. Jamie Weber wants to get on the ball, wants to make things happen, can play in an array of positions in the attack. With the departure of Calhera, it's going to be big. A lot of things on his plate this season.
Interesting to see what Tulsa does here in Sacramento. They were the only team in the championship to beat the Republic twice a season ago. Tonight, they're not going to any of their new strikers. They don't have Pierre, they don't have Lapa, and they're not going to have them in the starting line, but they do have them in the 18. We'll see how Luke Spencer is going to use his bench this evening. Sacramento finished second in the West, 48 points. The team above them was this team, FC Tulsa, and what a turnaround it was. From 38 points in 2024 to 57, best in the West, and they go on to lose the championship match in penalties and had several opportunities. Eric Dick, all-time goalkeeping performance in that finale in Pittsburgh, so the Riverhounds would take the title. But this team is hungry, even though they lose Taylor Calhera. They feel like they've got a lot to prove, and they feel like they're knocking on the doorstep. Meanwhile, one of the best that we've seen in the Western Conference over the last 13 years, it is the Sacramento Republic. Many are picking these two teams, Adam, to go 1-2 yet again. We'll see how it all starts. This is week 1. We've got 34 to figure it out.
A long way to go. All these players want to get off to the right start here tonight in the opener.
It's the Republic in Old Glory Red and the Camellia Pink. And for FC Tulsa, it is in the light. And here we go from Sacramento. Quickly, the Republic will go to one of their newest strikers in Malongo. And I'm interested to see this combination between Malongo, Ajago, Crisostomo, Rodriguez. Very attack-minded players off the left side, already set in quickly and handled by Kucheski. Let's take a look back at Tulsa in 2025 and the way they played. This was not a team that liked to possess the ball. They were attack-minded. They were in your face as soon as you got that ball from your first third. And what will we see here in 2026? Will it be this direct style of play? It worked well for them. You're Luke Spencer. I don't know if you're changing a whole lot.
I don't think you want to change too much. Obviously, we spoke about the departure of their leading goal scorer, but the manner in which they go about things, I don't think it will change that much. Getting to the USL Championship final is pretty good. One step further is what they're looking for this season.
Quickly from Danny Crisostomo and Neil Collins. This was a guy they tried to target mid-season last year. Wasn't going to really the minutes he thought that Crisostomo should see in Tampa Bay. Couldn't get him over. They have an opportunity to bring back the California native back home to the Golden State. 2 goals and assist. He didn't make a lot of appearances, but it was typically maybe off the bench at times. But Danny Crisostomo, you look at someone who's got quite a pedigree, played with LAFC, has an MLS Cup title under his belt, was brilliant in Las Vegas in his USL Championship debut, is a youngster, and here he comes now in Sacramento, can play a vital role. And it's almost a little bit of a double pivot for Sacramento. We'll see how Memo Rodriguez and Mark-Anthony Kaye and Crisostomo interchange. But you're seeing some quick, high-energy soccer right out of the gate here in week 1.
See the tempo from both teams is that foul from Weber. A little bit late on Mark-Anthony Kaye. He's used to that.
Mark-Anthony Kaye, what a signing he was. Comes over from San Jose Earthquake. 27 appearances, 10 starts, a goal, and 3 assists. And here's a man who has got some serious MLS pedigree. Started here 10 years ago in the USL Championship. And he said with Devin Watson, Mike Watson, Devin Kerr on the USL Championship show, basically that, you know, he had to learn to become a winner. And he remembers fondly about Sacramento because he said we lost to them a lot. So he's happy to be in Old Glory Red in his first debut with the Sacramento Republic, but someone to keep an eye on. 31 years of age. He's played with the national team in Canada, and he's got a lot of pedigree. But more than that, there's a leadership quality that he brings. And this is a number 6 that Neil Collins really loves to have in his sides. We saw in Tampa Bay. Didn't really quite have this forceful player. He's got it this year in Mark-Anthony Kaye.
Danny Vitiello just opting to send this one long. Looking at his options.
Malongo, hustle points here. Out wide left, waiting for support, and it comes off of Tulsa. Benitez being pressured. Here comes that deadly defensive pressure. Memo's offside.
That was really, really close on the far side. Batista and Stouffer, I think it was, could have been keeping him on.
Talked about the attack here, but let's talk about these 2 goalkeepers here. Alex Tambakis, 661 saves in the USL Championship, most ever. He's sitting on 58 shutouts. He's tied with another guy. He's on the other end here, Danny Vitiello. Both these players, respectively, have been the top 3 in the goalkeeping position over the last 5 years or so. I mean, what a get for Tulsa to bring in someone like this. And someone in Tambakis who not only has been able to play in big games, but this is more of his style. He likes to send it deep. He's not really what New Mexico did, kind of those short passes. He wants to send it long, and I think he's a little bit more excited to see maybe he'll get an assist this year.
Yeah, maybe. Why not send that ball long? And a little shout out to Evan Newton, who's the 3rd player on there, former Republic star. I'll give him that, and a former teammate of mine, and fantastic that he's had that record for a while. But it looks like, fortunately for Evan, it is going to go this year, and that's a little race we'll keep an eye on throughout the season. Love that interchange in the middle of the park, and you're going to see so much of that. Every single guy in the middle of that field wants to get on the ball. They're constantly looking for it.
Talk about Sacramento now, and for Danny Vitiello, I mean, here is 3 straight all-league selections. He's on a multi-year deal with the Republic. they didn't make a lot of changes on that back line. And this is where the attack looks a lot different, more dynamic this year as Jago runs underneath it, finds Malongo. And Neil Collins said, you know, we had a lot of success last year. It wasn't about flipping over a team because we needed to, but we had to find different ways to attack. And to me, it goes back to that loss in Orange County. Republic were a little bit too one-dimensional at times, where they really needed to swing balls in to find ways. They didn't have guys that could go one-on-one. They sort of corrected that this year. It's a different style of attack. You can still have Jack Gurr and others flying on the flanks, but you've got Malongo and Jago who can make runs. You have Malongo who can go one-on-one. You have Rodriguez who can create in space. I mean, you've kind of created a different dynamic here in the attack. I mean, it's got to be exciting for us, I hope.
I believe it will be. And what Neil had mentioned, you know, he brought up the words, you know, players with different attributes. Like, how boring this game would be if we all did the same thing, right? All those players out there were just the same, they're all little robots, you know. But again, looking at that from the coaching staff, and, you know, what kind of personnel can we, let's get someone who's strong and can hold the ball up, a little bit different than we had. It, someone with speed. They've lacked that, as we see Tulsa trying to go on the counter-attack here.
El Metcalf running central. FC Tulsa deflected away, and a back save from Crisostomo, who goes down the ground, able to send that away from the net. And the Republic stave off what looked like a potential first goal of the season.
And just like that, that's where Tulsa gets success. They had so many numbers in the box. Dangerous ball put across. And back there, maybe not in a position we thought we'd see him. And in Crisostomo, covering a little bit more, as we see he's dropped deep in between the back line here. Freedom to get on the ball and play make from deeper. And what that does is you see Tulsa, they're thinking about it. Do we go and press? Do we not? If they don't go collectively, you'll find these pockets of space to build around them just like that.
Memo Rodriguez spraying it forward, trying to get a Jago. And it'll trickle to Tambakis. But there's that pressure from Tulsa, and here's the new look Republic able to break it. Well, reminder, when you see the clock hit 8:11, it is crucial that you dial 811 before you start any digging project. Free service allows utility companies to mark their underground lines, helping protect the community from risk of utility line damages. Drums of the Tower Bridge Battalion, a wonderful sound to hear here in week one, as they have packed the north end of the stands here on a beautiful 70-degree night in Northern California. A bit breezy. Republic going into the wind here. See whether or not this dies down throughout. Here's that little bit of interchange. You see Mark NBK dropping back at times. Michel Benitez. And St. Clair able to get to it. St. Clair is now his third season with FC Tulsa. Malongo toying with it, trying to get to the edge. And it will be a goal kick for Alex Tambakis.
Maybe one of the most frustrating things for an attacking player. You know, you get that cross in, defender stops in, it goes out for a goal kick.
And there's Luke Spencer. What a job he did. 2025, 57 points. And the club able to really take what they had. They really had some struggles. Started off rebranded a couple of years ago, and felt like there was a great community, great energy there for this club. And Luke Spencer has found a way. They've got a style. They've got an identity. I think we talk about the great teams in the championship, Adam. They know who they are. They know what they want to do.
Go about it with some conviction, and they did that last year. They grew from strength to strength. FC Tulsa. It is tough, though, as an organization, as a team, when you get that success. Now, all of a sudden, teams are a little bit more prepared for you. You know, and the teams love coming into Sacramento and giving it their best stuff because they know they're going to be in front of a fantastic fan base, and it's going to be a lot of energy. It's something Sacramento, these new players have to deal with as well.
Ryan Spalding drawing the foul. Ryan Spalding, in his second year with Sacramento, played for Neil Collins at Tampa Bay, on loan officially from New England. Had a wondrous goal in the USL Cup. Arturo can't sneak it by Kucheski.
He hasn't had much of the ball on the right-hand side there, Arturo Rodriguez, so he's come inside. He's trying to look for it, trying to get himself going in this game. 11 minutes into it. You'll see that. He's going to be a little bit different from Malongo on the left-hand side, who likes to stay wide and get his heels right on the chalk.
Well done by Freddie Kleeman, putting on a clinic and spraying forward. Sacramento on the run. Mael Malongo, 5 goals, 2 assists with Monterey Bay a season ago. And looking for a handball there. As Republic captain Lee Desmond. Going back to Malongo, it was the preseason, but what a debut it was in front of these fans, Adam. You were here to witness just what Mael Malongo can mean to this team in 2026.
Yeah, I was too busy eating, so I never got to see any of his goals, but I already scored 3 of them.
What did you eat? I mean, was it a goal for
the first time, the second, or the third
snack?
Time? Yeah, hot dog, then a burger. Yeah, no, but it was really fun to watch him. And yes, it's preseason; they don't count technically those goals. I counted those as a player, but if he can continue that, it's going to be a great season for Mael Malongo.
So when your kids Google you later on, you're going to say I had 20 goals, and they're going to say, Dad, you only had 5.
We're looking at your stats. It says 5. Yeah, you just remember we played an under-17 team in Florida preseason.
Yeah, a high school team, sophomores.
Yeah.
Here's Tampa. There's going to be Tulsa there. So dangerous. Might be missing Calhera, but El Medcar has been quite good for this team. Play along with Weber, more an advanced role. And Crisostomo. Week 1, and the energy seems high. It's the first 20 minutes of this game, and look, both these teams want to get an early goal. When you come out as a player, how do you calm down? Because I imagine you've been playing a lot of preseason matches, a lot of weird tweaks, kind of halves, multiple half scrimmages with your own team. It's the real deal, Neil. Your adrenaline's got to be pumping.
It is. Ryan Spalding clears that one. It is, and seeing the players at practice this week, you could just see how eager everyone is to get out there, and more so for a lot of these guys because it's their first time playing so in front of this crowd as a home player. So there's that added anxiety, the pressure. You want to get off on the right foot, but you take the start of the game to kind of settle the nerves, and it's going to take a while to gel all these players. We spoke to Neil Collins about how long does it take, and you don't know because you've never put all these players together. Hopefully it goes quicker than longer, but it's one of those things as a player. It's like, let's get this first game out the way, and hopefully you get off on the right foot.
Mael Malongo broken up nicely. What a play by Kucheski to thwart that attack from Sacramento on the left wing. Benitez whipping this ball in quickly. Here comes FC Tulsa. Well, Neil Collins knows a thing or two about settling nerves. He is perfect in his openers. 5-0-2. Sacramento not bad overall. Just 1 defeat. That came all the way back in 2015. In opening night. We've seen some absolute thrillers here at Sacramento. And Trevor Allman with a brace in his debut. A couple years ago. I mean, it's been some great first-time debuts and scores for Sacramento. Who will add their name to that list? El Medcar awaits. Freddie Kleeman will send it to Danny Vidiello. The USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and ESPN all season long. Catch live matches, expert analysis on CBS Sports Golazo Network, ESPN Plus. Go to USL Championship or USL League One for complete TV listings.
And fun fact, Rob, I did score on my Sacramento Republic FC debut. Didn't count, but it was up in Seattle. As we see Tulsa once again coming down that left-hand side, and most of their attacks
You
coming
were
there.
onside, I do remember. And they called it back.
No, it wasn't that one. It was the shot. It was on the turf up there, and it had the little metal bracket thing. It went over the line, right in the corner, bounced back. Everyone saying it was in. It had a freeze frame. It was definitely in. So again, that's one of the. I did count that one as well on my stats.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
We were quite confused because it seemed clear as memo. A little bit of
it was clear, it was close to everyone except the guy who makes the decision on whether it's a goal or not.
Mark Anthony Kay. Weber turning. Weber may go for goal on this. Stopped by Vitiello with the follow-up. Will find the river instead, but Danny Vitiello, his first test of 2026.
Yeah, a little fortunate where that comes out, but that's what you get from Jamie Weber. Beautiful turn in the middle of the park, turns around, gets a lot of pace behind that. Danny Vitiello doesn't see it. There's a few bodies in between. And as it drops, it's a tough one. El Medcar, I believe it was, who was following in, and he just couldn't get his body over that ball. But that's the threat. And if you just look, as Lee Desmond's going to look to take this goal kick, and if we get a wider view on this, referee's talking, you just see how high up Tulsa is. And what they're inviting Sacramento to do is kick that ball long, right? Kick it long, and then they're going to drop and try and win that second ball.
Jago, a little bit of a hold from Sissoko. No whistle. It'll sail out of play. And a throw in for Sacramento. Talked about some of the new signings in the pregame, and Mark Anthony Kay, one of them. Joins Memo Rodriguez, Malongo here, Jago, Crisostomo, Arturo Rodriguez, who were on the pitch tonight. We also have Kyle Edwards, who was the best player off the bench in the championship a year ago. He was almost game-winning Edwards as he came in, and he was a bright spot for Hartford and allowed them to ultimately lift the USL Cup trophy here in Sacramento. A painful one, but now he is in Old Glory Red and on the bench tonight. Pierre Reedy, Aaron Essel. I mean, this is quite a retooling by Sacramento in the offseason, and first full offseason for Neil Collins as well. Player down. This ball takes a deflection. Opportunity here coming, and no whistle.
I think Stefan Lukic is lucky he's not getting. That should have been a foul. The leg extended, studs were up. He caught Memo Rodriguez. Referee allowed play to continue, and Tulsa almost really benefit from that. But that was a little bit reckless. In the modern game, you see those given now more times than not.
St. Clair still in play, bringing it down. El Medcar turning and sending it over the bar, but he was knocking yet again. He's a hunter. He's able to find several key looks already tonight at him.
Yeah, too much time and space inside the box. He shouldn't get that much time. El Medcar probably should have done better with it in the end. Just skies it over the bar. As we see this one comes off Lee Desmond, and as it ricochets around, Lukic tries to get on it. Mark Anthony Kay just uses his body. Been a tough decision had it been a penalty kick, but Tulsa have definitely had the better of the opportunities in most of the attack. Seems to be nearer Danny Vitiello's goal. Nothing too threatening so far.
This is a Tulsa team that averaged 1.67 goals a game a year ago, a 27-point improvement. And a couple of fantastic Eric Dick saves away from lifting the cup at the end of the year. Jago, a little bit of hold-up play, being held, shaken off. He's got size and strength. Find his teammate Malongo. Memo running in some space. And Lamar Batista. What a comeback here it was for Batista. All League a year ago. Anchoring this back line was part of the San Antonio defense for a couple of seasons on that stalwart side. A very similar look from San Antonio FC from what we're seeing here in Tulsa the last couple of years. Well, single batch tickets for the 26th season are on sale. Get your seats today. SacRepublicFC.com/tickets.
Ryan Spalding. A lot of people wondering why they're not seeing the thighs of Jack Gurr out there. He's on the bench tonight. Ryan Spalding filling in at right back. That's a sore one for Malongo.
Graham Dopka hearing a mouthful from several Republic players who feel like that's not only the first time, the second time in this almost exact same position. And Eric Wild off the bench as well to have a few words with the fourth official.
Again, you cannot, whether you like it or not, you know, maybe you've been watching the game for a long time. Even if you win the ball these days, if you are reckless, you know, it can be a foul. And I'm not saying that was there, but it definitely, he went in very hard. Might have just been the way Malongo fell.
This injury stoppage brought to you by Restore Hyper Wellness. Do more of what you love. Receive a free cryotherapy session. Use promo code SRF Cryo when booking. The offer is good for Sacramento regional locations only. One thing Neil Collins talked about is, well, we had a little bit of change in players, especially in the attack, as we've mentioned multiple times. Great thing is that the coaching staff is all back. That includes Martin Vasquez, Eric Wild, Bradley Johnson, the goalkeeper coach, and then Rodrigo Lopez, the player development coach who retired from a season ago. And what a year he had as a 38-year-old. Not in the building tonight, unfortunately, because of a red card he issued in that final playoff game. But then you look at, obviously, Director of Sports Performance, Katie Norton, and Luke Rayfield, head performance coach, and then Zachary Good. I mean, this is great to see. A little bit of a slow get up here for Malongo. But Neil talked about how crucial that is to have already a plan going forward. There's personalities you don't have to try to weave in. Everyone sort of knows their role and their ability, what they can bring day in and day out, and how they review and evaluate players. Everybody's on the same page, and he says that may be a little bit of our secret here going into 2026.
It definitely helps when you have that chemistry already, and it continues. A lot of clubs don't get that. Either they don't know that. It's a very dangerous ball. I'm not sure if he meant to go exactly in that position. Sissoko
sliding through is another dangerous look. St. Clair back with it. It comes to Delenspierre. Elmedkar, Weber, Lukic, Kucheski all flying toward Danny Vitiello. This is what they do. Bouncing around, still not safe. Ryan Spalding gets a body in front and preventing another quality look from Tulsa.
He's doing a good job up there, Khalil Elmedkar. Once again, it falls to him. Here's that dangerous one. Sissoko played it wide on the left. Stouffer whips it in. And Elmedkar couldn't get on the end of it. He's getting a little bit frustrated.
I think Lukic is right there, ready to poke that through, but it remains scoreless 25 minutes in.
Well, Malongo looks ready to get back into the game. That's a good sign for the Republic. He's been a bright spark early in this season opener.
It will be Jamie Weber.
Real important here that you make sure you get that front area. Weber's going to try and put this ball right between Danny Vitiello and where the defenders are lined up. I'm going to try and get someone running right in front of Danny Chrysostomo.
Tulsa's got some size as well. This one sends all the way through. Here comes the follow-up. Not out of danger yet. Pierre to it. He's looking back post. And here comes a swinging follow-up, and now Sacramento has a chance on the counter. Arturo and Memo and Milano, who just got back into the match. Crowd up off their feet. They're ready to see something special here. Ajago waiting. May have hit off the referee, not quite sure. But now Sacramento's going to have to win this ball back at him.
They do get it back. There's going to be a lot of that excitement when Malongo gets in those one-on-one areas.
And there's still going. No foul, drug to the ground, and a whistle coming in late.
Very late.
And up that was on Pierre, may have been. And this will set up a free kick for Sacramento and a first test for Alex Tambakis.
Yeah, and it looked like a little bit of delay here. Malongo was the one who was getting pulled down. It was clear to see, and the referee took his time. And I think just on that previous one, Malongo's flying down that left-hand side. Arturo Rodriguez makes a run into the corner. There's no need, if you're an attacker and you know you have a guy like Malongo, just clear the space for him. Let him go one-on-one. So as soon as you make those runs and you add more defenders, it's a little bit trickier. And those are the things these guys will start figuring out the more they play with each other.
It's Benitez and Memo. Left foot, right foot options here. It'll be Memo Rodriguez. Memo with experience with Houston Dynamo, LA Galaxy, Austin Sporting KC. Only 200 MLS appearances. And did not remember that he previously scored a goal here at Sacramento. But hopefully he'll remember several this season. And he's quite a versatile player as well. Here's a guy that I think probably were a little bit surprised to get. They thought he might have another opportunity in MLS. A lot of changes at Sporting KC. And when he became available along with Mark Anthony Kaye, they jumped on it quickly.
Yeah, great experience that he has, and it's a chance for him. He's still got plenty of life left in his career. This is a great place to be for him. Continue to extend that and get some success.
Longo, the hold-up play. You think about these players have not been together all that long, and especially in a big match like this, there's going to take some time to develop chemistry, and more importantly to me, it's not whether you like each other, but just timing, knowing when guys make the run, where they like that ball. I'll tell you where Malongo likes it, on that left foot, streaking forward. Memo's got it. Sacramento sparing no moments here in that Tulsa final third.
Yeah,
El Metcalf splitting the lanes here.
Well dealt with, Freddie Kleeman, but as a central midfielder throughout my career, I love playing with guys like Malongo, who you knew where he was going to be. It was always an outlet. He's going to be out there on that left-hand side, or players I played with maybe on the right-hand side, just constantly looking for the ball. He's not going to be sitting back. He's looking to go every single time, and those guys are such a threat. And again, as a player, midfielder, those guys will love having him out there.
Sometimes you need help finding the next step. Sacramento County Behavioral Health Service has the right support for your mental health and substance use needs. The QR code to get started today. 28-year-old from Zaire. Comes from Monterey Bay. One of Sacramento's close NorCal rivals. Spalding's had few chances in the attack so far tonight, but Republic now a little bit more possession look. That had trouble written all over it.
He bailed out his fellow centre-back, Sissoko, there. He just got his body right in between him. He knew exactly what he was doing. Bacchus couldn't have picked it up. Clever piece of defending.
Talked about the loss of Taylor Calhera. I mean, what a player he was for this team. 38 goals, 10 assists, and nearly 70 matches for FC Tulsa. It was really brilliant. Only 23, so he's got a lot to go on. Sporting KC took note. And what a transfer and an opportunity for that young man to find a home in MLS.
And that's a lot. You look at how both teams got success last year, and FC Tulsa, a lot of those goals were from one person, which is good because he's a striker. That's what you want him to do. And then you look at on the Sacramento side, a lot of changes as well. But it was more by committee. There wasn't that one guy where you're like, okay, can we replace all those goals? So now you're looking, hey, if we're Tulsa, we might not have that one guy who's going to get his 21 total goals last season for Calhera. So collectively, you need others to step up. And then for Sacramento, they're maybe looking, hey, can we get a guy who gets 20 goals in a season? Because we haven't had that. It's just interesting ways to go about things, and you can get success in many ways.
It's 17 of the 50 championship goals. 34% of the team's goals came from Taylor Calhera. This year, they'll likely do a little bit more of a committee with Remy Cabral, Pierre, and Bruno Lapa. Little back heel, cheeky move here from Memo. Jago double teamed a sense here. But that size of Tulsa, I mean, it matches up well against Sacramento. They're able to have Batista and Sissoko go against Jago, not have to double team. And this is something that we probably won't see night in and night out. So Jago's going to have probably an easier time coming up. And here's a good run here already, getting into the box. And the veteran keeper, Tim Bacchus, able to pick it up.
And you got to be relentless if you're Forster or Jago, because it's draining when you're that striker, and he's used to the physical side of things. But keep going. It doesn't matter how many times you don't get it. It's about that one time you do get on the end of it. Can you put it away?
And you say, well, he only had 6 goals. I said, well, this is limited time. Adam comes in midway through Lexington, 1,400 minutes on the year, 20 appearances and all. And another guy that Neil Collins' side had targeted and wanted to see if they could bring him into Sacramento. They got Corey Bennett instead. And Malongo is brought down.
That is a foul. The referee's letting a lot go on Malongo tonight.
Corey Bennett on his way to Colorado Springs this year, but a late addition had a big impact for Sacramento, and they're hoping these new faces, you're seeing it's just a different look, different feel. Not waiting for a Spalding, a Benitez, a Gurr to come along and try to create something and start to make these runs a little bit more timely between a Jago, Crisostomo, Memo, Malongo, any of these 3 or 4 or 5 guys up top, and you're going to see much better looks, and the whistle comes in, and Sacramento doesn't like it. They probably have a little bit of a case here because you have Malongo just absolutely getting taken out on this short side of the field and away from us, Jago and Sissoko. Sissoko may be hurting on the shoulder, but he got the foul. Sacramento taking a little bit more of the possession. Look at this from Mark Anthony Kay. Absolutely textbook. Memo running with Malongo. Malongo back heel. Here goes Memo! Side netting. Tim Bacchus cut off the corner. Brilliant display of football. And Memo Rodriguez almost opens his account in Sacramento.
Spoke about Malongo being that outlet. Mark Anthony Kay finds him. Brilliant ball, puts the defender in a tough spot. Pierre doesn't know what to do. You get the overlap from Memo, and he maybe could have taken it a little bit sooner Tries to get near post and good piece of goalkeeping. It's just patient from Alex Mbakis. He doesn't go to ground early. What that does is just forces the attacker to take a little bit longer than they'd like to. And that angle's closed off. You love the running though. Just the eagerness to get in those dangerous spots.
We've seen it from both sides tonight. This is exciting brand soccer. It's intense. You feel like you want to jump off your seat, and that's exactly what Martin Vasquez says they want to see this year, especially at home. They want to be even more attack-minded than they may be on the road, especially when what they called really the perfect pitch, the size, the quality, boisterous fan base behind, and seems a bit inconsistent. That's what Neil Collins is fired up about. Stevan Lukic at a USL League One last 3 years, Chattanooga and Northern Colorado Hailstorm.
How crucial he was in that run to the final last year. Stepped up big time.
Here's Jamie Weber of the South African Premier League. One of the highest transfer fees to the USL Championship in history. An impact player, and now directing traffic as St. Clair will head to the group. And a foul as Malongo takes one to the back. If you can't watch the match, turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights, plus your live match from USL, MLS, Premier League, and more. That's Sirius XM FC 157. St. Clair, Lukic. St. Clair continuing to keep the run going, comes all the way through to Tulsa. And the ensuing opportunity is not there. The flag is up. And Lucas Stauffer with an opportunity to find the game's first.
Such a dangerous ball whipped in from Harvey Sinclair. With pace and power, I don't think Stauffer could get that ball to sit down for him correctly. Here goes Ajago.
Ajago, Malongo, Republic on the run. They've got 4 numbers. Ajago trying to get in front. And it's Tambakis again. Peñaranda made a couple of big stops in this building last summer and held that 1-0 victory for Tulsa. El Medkar, one of his several goals. Former FC Dallas man. He's been threatening again tonight. That's number 10 for FC Tulsa. Here's the other 10, Arturo. And Ajago again. Ajago. Memo trying to chip it. Oh, it just sails over. Maybe a deflection.
Yeah, it was, and it's going to be a corner kick. He's just waiting here, Memo. He's looking on his left-hand side. He's seen his Malongo there, and he's not in a great spot, so he's trying to just bend that into the far corner. Takes a deflection, and for a second it looked like it was just going to drop into the back of the net. It doesn't, and they do get a corner kick. Sacramento a chance to send the big guys up.
I know you worry about getting your steps in every day. These guys are definitely getting their steps in. This is a surge down the pitch, and we're still in the first half. I thought it was supposed to open up in the second half. That's not the case tonight. First Atlas disposal corner kick of the 2026 season. It will be Michel Benitez.
Got to fix his hair first, just in case he gets on camera.
Hey, we're on CBS Sports Golazo tonight. You got to look good. The left-footed Benitez, and look out. Taking no chances. This one will sail out of play, but here maybe comes a press from FC Tulsa. Now, registration is open for Republic FC spring break camps across the region with programs at Elk Grove, Lamb Park, it's downtown Sacramento, and of course Yuba City. To learn more, visit sacrepublicfc.com. Well, with Russell Cicerone gone, does Ryan Spalding have now the best hair on the team?
Oof. Yeah, we gotta really think about that one.
I mean, Chibi Okebu is in the running as well. You and I are definitely not, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, your olden days. Hey, man, I'll take a look at the Houston Dynamo highlights from the mid-2000s.
Yeah, that's talking to Memo Rodriguez. So Memo was an academy player at the Dynamo when I was playing there. He's a lot younger than I am, but he just remembers me with a big head of hair and a big beard. And now my beard's gray and I have no hair. And that will be a foul. Only Desmond.
El Medcar first.
For Lee Desmond. Should have worded that properly. Thanks, Rob. Great to be back. I'm looking at everyone's hair right now. I'm trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. A few minutes left to go. Both sides would love to get something. Get a little bit of a lead going into the halftime. Tulsa had some good spells. Sacramento seems to be the more threatening as this half goes on.
Jago, he's in the 18. Circling back, looking for a teammate. Malongo was there, cut off. Sacramento trying to find a way to get a shot on Tambakis, and Lee Desmond's header goes awry. I mean, Jago, while he hasn't been able to get a look on frame, you can see Batista and Sissoko, they're not used to someone beating them up like this, and it's going to be a battle throughout. The biggest problem when you get this early in the season is really fitness. I know you work hard all throughout training and those camps. But you're not ready full 90, I'd assume, at this point in time of the season.
Yeah, you're not ready full 90, and then mentally as well. It's preseason games. There's no points at stake, you know, as a player. Your intensity is maybe not quite where it should be. Maybe that was just me, but it's so different when you're actually the league and all the fans are here and you're playing for something. That can be mentally draining as well.
Somersault clearing out Chrysostomo. Well, Neil Collins said, he said it's so tricky because in many of these preseason matches you're playing 45 minutes, you're switching, the substitutions are a little erratic, you're trying to pair guys, but you don't want to just have what you think might be the starting 11. You want to see how different guys play together, and just very disjointed.
Yeah, you ain't winning the league in the first night, so again, great if you do get that victory, but I'm pretty sure there's no science or data behind it saying if you win that first game, you're going to win the league.
Well, how many teams over the years have snuck into the playoffs only to go on and win the whole thing? Here's Michel Benitez again, the second House disposal corner kick. This is an area that they would like to improve, is set piece goals. And they'll do it with about 2 minutes of stoppage time. Back post. Milo Malongo was waiting, but it was Tambakis. Finds it in the breadbasket.
It's a dangerous ball, and one thing you would say on that one, you need someone right in front of the goalkeeper. Don't make it easy for him to gather that.
Cadiello safely sends it out of play. And tonight's stoppage time brought to you by Sacramento County Behavioral Health Services. Dobka giving Jago a warning.
Kaczewski as well, doing a little dancing in the middle. Looked like ballroom dancing. Just kind of twisting each other around. No, not good. I don't know if they're going to continue. No. He might get a lot of yellow cards this year. That's just my Physical style of play. I like to see it.
You know from experience, I assume.
Yep.
Stafford working in the corner, cleared away by Spalding. It will be a throw for FC Tulsa.
Gearing up for a long throw, not much runway. Just looking for that near post, someone flicking it on, making sure everyone's coming in behind there.
He's quite dangerous. This is one of his better skill sets. It's from about 18-yard line adjacent. This is the foot of Memo. And there is the whistle to bring us to the end of the first half of play in USL Championship Week 1. It was a bit of drama, a couple of chances for each side, but each goalkeeper here keeping their clean sheets. Danny Video, Alex Tambakis coming up big time. And it's been a little chippy so far, physical, Adam, and I expect we'll see good things to come in the second half.
It's been a fun 0-0 first half. I think they might have some goals that second half, though. I hope so.
Yeah, great crowd here tonight. A sensational evening in Northern California. More to come. The halftime show is next here from Sacramento.
Today, we accomplished nothing. I mean it, not a thing. And it was kinda everything.
This spring, stay 3 nights and get a $50 Best Western gift card.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Match day 1, it's the season opener of the USL Championship.
No time like the present for these teams to make a statement and begin the campaign on the right foot.
Today, we accomplished nothing. I mean it, not a thing. And it was kinda everything.
This spring, stay 3 nights and get a $50 Best Western gift card.
Let's talk about your home's exterior. If it's faded, cracked, or falling apart, it's not just ugly, it's costing you. Old siding means leaks, higher energy bills, and damage you can't see. The fix? New siding from Bliss. It protects your home. It gives it a fresh look that adds value for years to come.
Can you do buy 2?
Of course. Bliss Construction. Built to last. Built for you.
All through the long, chilly winter, bundling up, it'll help keep you warmer. Layer after clunky layer. But while it might work outside, bundling never works when you're inside. Get your furnace tuned instead for just $59, because bundling inside, yeah, it doesn't work.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by UC Davis Health. Believe in better. By Western Health Advantage Insurance Plans that balance value and coverage. And by Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Take a step now and hear from the USL halftime update.
It is halftime in the USL Championship. We hope you're enjoying your match so far. I'm Dan Lucas inside the USL studio with a look at some of the headlines for this week. A ton of roster movement during the offseason saw Lexington SC set records with player signings. Midfielder Aaron Malloy signed a 6-figure deal just ahead of another big addition, forward Philip Goodrum. And the championship welcomes two new clubs, Sporty Jacks and Brooklyn FC, who boasts its own big signing during the offseason, last year's Golden Boot winner in League One, J.C. Obregon. We have many storylines to watch, including one of the championship's rising stars, Sacramento Republic midfielder Blake Willie. 18 years old and a busy player for Sac Republic, Willie had the honor of playing for the U.S. Under-18 national team last year. All right, upcoming matches presented in Spanish on 2DN. Next Saturday, a 4 p.m. Eastern start, Detroit City hosting Brooklyn FC. Then Wednesday, the 25th, Lexington SC hosts Brooklyn at 7 Eastern. And on Saturday, the 28th, another 4 p.m. Eastern match at Detroit City, this time against Charleston Battery. That's a look at the headlines for this week. Let's get you back to your match for the second half.
Halftime is brought to you by Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Coming up next, Sacramento Republic President, General Manager Tim Holt joined the broadcast. We get set for the second half kickoff.
At Sky River Casino, experience the height of hospitality. With 18 restaurants and bars, there's something for everyone. It's taste on a whole new level. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Join today at skyriver.com.
So we went into the old Jim Boy's test kitchen and told the chef we need something new, something simple, like a delicious snack. He just grinned, then pulled out the freshest ingredients, the craveable stuff. Then put them all together like he was painting the Mona Lisa. Then wrapped them in a crispy Parmesan-crusted tortilla shell, not just one way, but 3 different ways. Ta-da! The Jim Boy's Snackeritos. These are masterpieces. And at just $4.95 each, no bad decisions here.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
Hi, I'm Laurel with Laurel Buys Houses. For over 25 years, my team and I have been buying houses in the Sacramento area.
Laurel is fantastic. It was a fast process. Her team was amazing. They took care of everything.
Honest, responded to every phone call. She made a difficult situation very easy to take care of.
No problems, just you did what you said you'd do.
If you're even thinking about selling your house, give us a call.
Call Laurel today.
At Sky River Casino, join today for a chance to receive up to $2,500 in free play. Take your loyalty to new heights with rewards that add up and up. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Join today at skyriver.com.
You're nothing short of unique. Your goals, your experiences, but most importantly, your health. Cookie cutter health coverage just doesn't cut it. Western Health Advantage provides what really matters. Flexible plans that work for your individual needs. Support for healthy obsessions, getting more than the basics. Care that uplifts our community. That's my advantage. Whether you get insurance from an employer or Covered California, make the healthy switch and find your advantage at westernhealth.com.
SMUD's Clean Power City movement is happening. Hundreds of thousands have joined the charge. They're taking action, driving electric, making clean power choices, and saving money with SMUD rebates. Together, we're creating clean power cities, while SMUD keeps our promise to deliver world-class safety, reliability, and some of the lowest rates in California. The Clean Power City movement is changing the world, one charge at a time. For 99 ways to join the charge, visit cleanpowercity.org.
The USL on CBS is presented by Best Western Hotel and Resorts, the official hotel partner of the United Soccer League. We welcome you back inside Hart Health Park. I'm Rob McAllister, and joining me up here in the booth is our new president and general manager, Tim Holt. And Tim, last time we did this, it was 13 years ago. We were down the field in the Sacramento Republic. Ultimately, you handed us the trophy. Can you hand us another one maybe at the end of this year?
Well, that would be a great ending, huh?
Yeah.
What a night that was.
Yeah.
What a season that was in 2014. And it's hard to believe that much time's passed, but every time you come here and you're in this building, you get a sense of what a special club exists in Sacramento with this SRPC.
So why Sacramento?
Well, for me, it's an easy decision. So many exciting things happening at this club right now. The present is bright. We're going to compete for a championship again in this season and try to put a second star above the crest. But the future is just as bright. Amazing ownership, great ambition, good people abound in the front office, on the technical side, and the best fan support in the league.
So first, before we get sort of the big, what's happening at the rail yards, let's talk about sort of the players on the pitch here. Why are you excited about this team here in 2026?
Well, in 2025, they had a great season. Played in a cup final, hosted a cup final at home, second in the West over the regular season. And I think just building upon that, Neil's first full offseason as coach, his second year as coach.
Treasure in the USL Championship, but also really in any soccer community throughout the United States, and we just cannot wait to see how this season goes. Obviously, we've got the second half first. So who do you think scores the first goal of the 2026 season for Sacramento? Who is it?
From a team standpoint, I think it's us.
Okay. You're not going to choose a player. You don't have to.
I'm not going to do that,
Okay.
but I think we do expect some scoring in the second half, some great chances on both sides. Two of the best teams in the West facing off on opening night in front of 10,000 people. Doesn't get any better than that.
Could be the Western Conference final preview. Who knows? Hard to say, but we've got a long way to go. Tim, thanks for coming by. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Rob.
That's Tim Holt, the new president, general manager of Sacramento Republic, and we've got a lot more to come here from Sacramento. We'll get to some of the scores around the league as well. Well, you saw some of the scores there. Several former Republic players getting in on the action. But here's some of the new phases. Fireworks early. It's week 1 of the USL Championship. But it was FC Tulsa putting on a little bit of a display early on. And Jamie Weber almost cracks through.
And Weber with the initial shot. El Medkar following it up. Couldn't get enough on it. And Mr. Stoffer whipping that ball in. And a couple players miss it. El Medkar initially. Lukic was behind there. It looked threatening more so on that left-hand side, but this was the chance for Sacramento. Great running, Memo Rodriguez overlapping, and he just couldn't squeeze it into that near post. That would have given Sacramento the lead.
Yeah, it was not a great angle of that pass from Mark Anthony Kay, but it was brilliant. And then this one here, opportunity as Ajaga was flying down the pitch. Memo again, and just a deflection at the last moment by Kucheski, and we remain scoreless after 45 minutes and a couple of moments of stoppage time. But new players starting to fit in nicely. We're seeing it surge forward, both sides trying to find that first goal, and it's not going to come easy. Both of these games a season ago were 1-0 defeats, with FC Tulsa coming away with 6 points on the year. And you think about how critical that was, is these teams, you flip that, you split that, it's a much closer race to the top there. But for Sacramento, they want to find a way to get a victory here in week 1. We've got 45 minutes left in this match. Tulsa will now head to the Tower Bridge Battalion in the north part of Hard Health Park as the second half getting underway. Rob McAllister, Adam Moffitt with you. Tim Holt, new president, joining us at halftime. He's quite excited to see what is on the pitch here. He's been a part of San Antonio, part of the early days with Orlando and MLS. Of course, was the president of the USL Championship for many years. Taking over for Todd Donovan, who took over the position at NYCFC. So congratulations to Todd. We'll miss him, but excited for his new role, and what an opportunity for one of the all-time greats. Let's start with FC Tulsa. What did you like in that first half of play, and what probably Luke Spencer staying to his club to emulate here in the second part of the game?
They got in some really dangerous areas. It was just that final product for them. It was just getting on the end of crosses, or a little bit more composure. You know, El Medkar was the one who had the best of the opportunities. I think continuing where they're on, they're getting bodies forward, as we see right here. Nice link-up play. And try and get down the left-hand side here once again with Stoffer, who's had a good first half. So I think for them, it's continue doing it. Keep it tight at the back. Can we get out of here once again with a 1-0 victory?
Pierre serving, and Danny Vitiello not communicating well with Kleeman, and this ball comes through, and FC Tulsa able to keep it in possession in the final third. Quick give and go, onside, opportunity again, trying to draw a penalty. It will not work, and Mark Anthony Kay is being tracked down. Lucas Stoffer. Jamie Weber comes to help, and maybe a foul further back.
Freddie Kleeman's on the ground as well. Just off camera. I think that was maybe a hit Danny Vitiello gave him, as that was, it's such a dangerous ball. It's played in, and Vitiello just comes right through the back of his center back. And it is a free kick going to be for FC Tulsa.
Going against the wind here. Otherwise, a beautiful night in Sacramento. No score.
You see those flags in the back, though, how strong that wind is.
It's a hurricane. It's the tornado of the Tower Bridge Battalion, my friends. That was almost close to a dad joke there. That was good. That was good enough, though. I'll give it to you.
Yeah, like kids would be cringing if they're listening at home.
Ball serves in, back post, will sail all the way through. The expected goals for FC Tulsa, 0.52, 0.24 for Sacramento. 9 shots for the visitors, 3 for the Republic. And just the one save for Danny Vidiello. Well, eFootball is here. Live your dream. Rep your team and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. Great crowd here on hand for week 1. Charleston taking down Pittsburgh 2-1. Hartford put the herd on Sporting Jacks. Jacksonville, new expansion club, 3-0. San Antonio 2-1 winners over Phoenix. A draw between Colorado Springs and El Paso 2-2, and Tampa Bay and Birmingham still in action with the Rowdies up by a goal. Stauffer awaits. A quiet battle between Stauffer and Spalding tonight. Really, we haven't focused on it, but it might end up being a very important one here in the next 40 minutes.
It's always interesting, Jago getting pushed off the field, just off your camera, and it's an interesting one.
Freddie Clement's just going to push his striker away.
I think it was maybe Somersault who, Batista it is actually, who came up higher up the field, and he's kind of almost in a basketball play, kind of boxing someone out and just pushing a Jago off the field. I don't think there was too much in it. I'm not sure if we got a good picture of it, but that's.
And Mark-Anthony Kaye and Stauffer conversing over what may or may not have happened, but there appears to be a booking coming for Sacramento's Jago.
Yep, it will be for Forster, and he has to be careful now. Whether you agree with it or not, he does have a yellow card now, so he's just got to be mindful. Sissoko, Batista are going to just keep going at it. They're going to keep grinding his gears and trying to force him out of the game.
So the first booking of the 26th season goes to Forster Jago. See what Neil Collins looks to do. It will be Lamar Batista, the Oklahoma City native, floating this one. A little bit more dangerous than it looked at first. The wind may hold it up just a tad, and Danny Vidiello's got it easy enough. Here comes the pressure from FC Tulsa. Jago's got some room here. Batista poking through, he goes down. Memo, Malongo. Tulsa able to get back, but FC Tulsa a little bit of trouble here as Benitez tried to play it into the box to Jago. And Kucheski
flags up for an offside as Michel Benitez played that ball across.
And Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From grassroots to the pros, Select is there every step of the way. US.select-sport for the latest products, news, and more.
Very dangerous on the counterattack, Sacramento, and Malongo being that guy's constantly on, and they're looking for him as soon as they get that ball.
Memo again. Malongo awaits. Pierre the mark. Malongo, a little bit of a crossover. Now he's looking for a running teammate. It was just Jago in front. Crowd felt like he got held. Aaron Wild, the assistant coach, pleading his case as well. Spalding right back into it. Header comes through. A little miscommunication from FC Tulsa. And all of that excitement ends up in a goal kick, unfortunately, but the big threat here from Sacramento.
It's the most threatening position we've seen him in, and he gets past Pierre, and Iago is just behind him. He just couldn't. I think Batista did a really good job defensively, just kind of pushing him into the goal. And that's the moment Sacramento's been waiting for. Malongo, he's threatened a lot. He's looked like he's going to get in some spots, and then he finally does into the penalty area.
Malongo's one of those guys that takes you off the dribble, and you know what he's going to do, but he's so crafty in the way he does it. His timing is just relentless that it makes it so difficult to defend. I'm sure as a defensive mid, you've had some issues with that.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like he overcomplicates it. It's pretty simple. It's a change of speed, you know, and just being explosive, which you've got to have that ability in the first place. But yeah, it's funny. It's watch all these youth kids out here doing all these tricks and all that stuff, and sometimes it's simple. It's being effective. It's changing your speed.
Just looking at Malongo's stats, he did have 5 goals, 2 assists in 1,200 minutes. But when you look a little bit deeper into the numbers, he was rated, if not the, or one of the top wingers in the entire USL Championship. His assist was 0.28, but his carries 4.8. It was always in a progressive manner that gave his team opportunities to score. And those are the type of things. You see the numbers, you say, well, okay, but then the eye test just backs it up.
Yeah, and again, it is who you're playing with, right? And what's the team setup like? What's the system like? How's the rest of the makeup of the team? And those all come together. We spoke about Neil Collins looking at attributes. Well, how can this one go with that one? And you see already tonight, and it's the first game of the season, but I feel like he's just going to continue. If he goes like he's done tonight, he's gonna better those stats from the previous season.
When we saw Monterey Bay here, and Jimmy Conrad, I think, filling in for you that week, but you could see the attack was good, and Malongo was a big part of it as he runs in on cue. Defensively, they had problems, but Malongo was able to do so much in such little time there. And a big reason why he's now in a Sacramento uniform. Michel Benitez, this one took a deflection. Good defending again by Tulsa. This is their bread and butter. The public feels like they've probably got to try to get a good look here. Malongo in traffic.
They're just not letting Tulsa out at all. They've got no outlet. They're not the best option with a lot of bodies there, Malongo, but relentless start to this first half from Sacramento. In the second half, obviously Tulsa's going to try and find a way to get El Medcar back in this game, and they are playing without a typical striker.
Well, they've got Remy Cabral, Nelson Pierre, the youngster from Vancouver, and Bruno Lapa, the veteran, who former All-League man, sitting on the bench. So they do have some big-time strikers ready to come in, but this is more of what you see Luke Spencer going to in terms of guys he trusts from a year ago. So we'll see whether some of these newcomers come in and can make a difference. There's no doubt about it, this guy. Malongo again, cutting back to the right this time. Takes a deflection. It probably won't get to Arturo. Somehow it does.
And again, Michel Benitez, I don't know if he needs to overlap Malongo there. He's bringing more defenders.
1, 2, 3, cut down. No whistle. And the crowd unhappy, to say the least. And a Republic's player still down. It's Arturo Rodriguez. This ball's chipped in. Sacramento's going to continue the attack. Winds up, service, headed away. Somehow stayed in.
Went out of play. It is a throw-in. At first look on that one, I looked like a really good challenge. Great interchange between Sacramento, just low give and goes, and Arturo Rodriguez thinks he's getting into the box. And we see this challenge. It's a good one. It's a good one, and he had to get it right. Sissoko, and he did.
This is a team that, well, they scored 50, allowed just 30, and Sacramento at 27 goals allowed. You knew there wasn't going to likely be a lot of goals in this one tonight if it continued on from 2025. But how many teams are built like these two squads? I mean, you look at the size of the back line, the skill set, along with these attack-minded players who can play a variety of ways. I mean, it's early. I don't want to get too excited, but these teams look fairly good for week one. There's no doubt about it.
Getting to that stage of the game, 59 minutes, usually about that hour mark. Coaches start looking for some changes.
Jago showing his pace. Well done by Sissoko. And a foul on Jago may have grabbed just a bit in Arturo Rodriguez. Pleading the case. Jago with his hands on his head. Take another look at it here.
He's going to be beat for pace, but he uses his body and
Republic will be back home Wednesday, March 18th. It's the first round of the U.S. Open Cup. Now, Farolito kicking off 7 o'clock. Tickets are now available. SacRepublicFC.com. Alex Tambakis, one of the best to ever do it in the USL Championship, going against one of the other greats, and Danny Vidiello. I don't know if we saw Tambakis send one more than 40 yards the last 2 seasons with New Mexico.
Very different look for him. Handball given against Sacramento. Does look like Tulsa may be making the first change. Just get a look at it here from in the stadium off your camera.
This ball's whipped in, and flag is up. Looks like Owen Dahm might be checking into this match for FC Tulsa. It's interesting, both of these teams like their back three, but are willing to go with 4 in the back, and we've seen Neil Collins doing that tonight here at home. Look at this ball, beautifully sent forward, just a bit off timing.
Like the idea though from Freddie Clement. A yard or 2 at the right, and Malongo's flying through on goal.
Jago wait. Mark Anthony Kay. Mac, as he is affectionately known, finds Malongo. He was expecting St. Clair to find some space. Talked a lot about the new attack, but how about the guys coming back? Freddie Kleeman, Lee Desmond, Jared Timmer, Jacker, Ryan Spalding, Michelle Benitez. I mean, they were brilliant last year, as they have been the last several seasons.
Yeah, and you throw in the youngsters, Chibiakibu, Blake Willie. The offside flag does go up a little bit later than Memo Rodriguez wanted. You get a little look at Chibiakibu there, and Blake Willie in the background, Davian Kimbrough. And then another youngster, Rohan. Getting his chance on the bench tonight. Good to see the academy players get an opportunity to get this kind of experience.
Plays well to Ed Melkar. Lukic, right side it comes, overlapping run. Taking a quality look inside the box, but sails over the head of Danny Vidiello, and it'll be a goal kick.
Too much on it. He struck it well enough, Harvey Sinclair, but it just flies right over the crossbar. No trouble at all for Danny Vidiello, who's still, if this stands, both he and Tambakis will go to 59 clean sheets each.
Nice combination. Crisostomo might be playing deep here, but there's plenty of opportunities for him to get forward as well. Maybe not a true box-to-box in a sense, but we've seen him in the final third get almost one quality look there. Almost ended up Sacramento chance here. Both these teams have had some opportunities.
I think he does have the freedom to get forward, and knowing that Mark Anthony Kay can drop in for him. He can sit back. Those are the things you start building. Your chemistry starts growing, and your trust in each other, and your understanding what a ball that is.
Ajago runs to it. Sissoko Markey gets through. Ajago! A foul whistled against Sacramento, and this crowd is up and off their feet. A little bit of a swim move there. And Greg Dopka felt like it was too much. And Ajago, who's already on the yellow card, getting no favors here, but what a sensational ball through. Sissoko holding his ground.
Yeah, that's embarrassing, to be honest, the way he's gone down there, Sissoko. That's not, in no way is that a foul. That's a clear goal, and he's just exhausted. And he's had a good night, but that's a goal. I mean, the referee falling for this time and time again.
And I'll tell you what, it's my 13th year having this complaint. The lack of help that the officiating crews rely on each other is astounding to me. But as it stands, and now the officials will hear the pleasantries from Sacramento Republic fans.
Yeah, and it's a tough job, it really is. But on that occasion, and again, it's the players as well kind of playing into that. And Sissoko just looks like he's gassed. He really does. And I think he's just looking, hey, if I go down here, he's been calling them all night.
Malongo, another whistle. This one will go against Sissoko. And a booking, and Ajago telling the East Stand side to get up off their feet. The momentum coming into Sacramento's path. But Arturo Rodriguez almost with his first goal. Would have been an assist for Ajago, who did not have an assist with Lexington a year ago.
Yeah,
what a moment that would have been.
Yeah, it should have been. And it was Batista who did get that yellow card for that foul.
Thank you for the correction.
And that's livened up this place a little bit. Really disappointing for Sacramento Republic. They're not up a goal. They should be.
Yellow card presented by Caltrans and the California Office of Traffic Safety. A bit further out here, what do you like?
Yeah, a little bit of wind as well. You just got to whip this, pass this to Danny Crisostomo and let him pass it to Ryan Spalding. That's exactly what I thought.
Spalding whipping this in. Here goes Freddie Cleveland! The center back position was one that they wanted to find some goals for in 2026. Game 1, minute number 68, and Neil Collins, who was sensational at his career. Freddie Cleveland with his first goal as a member of the Sacramento Republic.
And he takes it so well, Freddie Cleveland. Absolutely smashes that header home. Leaves Tambakis with no chance at all, and it's from that set piece. Crisostomo sends it up. And Spalding is playing on the right-hand side. He cuts back to the left. Dangerous ball in to Freddie Cleveland. That is how you dispose of a header. 6 yards out, flies at it. And you've got to say a little bit of justice. They deserved that goal a couple minutes back. They kept going. The fans get behind them. The first goal the 2026 USL Championship season for Sacramento Republic is to Freddie Kleeman.
First assist for Ryan Spalding as a member of the Republic as well. He did have the goal in the USL Cup.
And you felt it was coming. I think the second half, Tulsa's looked a little bit more tired and not as dangerous, not as threatening. Sacramento played a lot in the attacking half. So what kind of a response Tulsa's got, though?
And they bring in two new players, Owen Dom and Bruno Lapa. And Mark Anthony Kay slicing through defenders. This ball is bouncing around El Medcar. And Lapa waiting. Lapa was trying to turn on it. Now it's a set piece coming for FC Tulsa. It's too much, says Greg Dobka.
Yeah, and this is one of those, we saw it earlier. It's, yes, you might get the ball, and it does look like Danny Chrysostomou does get the ball, but does he go through Owen Dom? It was, found himself in a higher position. It looks like he went through him first. And it's a very dangerous spot. And have Lapa, who's just come on the field. He's going to get over this. Jamie Weber will want a piece of it. He tested Danny Vitiello early in the game.
Bruno Lapa, 17 goals in 2020. All-league selection. Was in South Korea a season ago. Returns to the USL Championship here with Tulsa in 2026. And he stands over it.
I'd love to see the size of the shin guards he's wearing, by the way, with the socks that low down.
It's Lapa. It's easy enough for Vitiello. Crowd breathing a sigh of relief. Freddie Kleeman in the 78th, and that is the difference in Sacramento. The crowd is charged up.
Space is in behind. Not enough on that ball from Memo Rodriguez. He saw the run of Malongo, but you've got them in a dangerous spot. Just don't let them out easy, Tulsa here. Good pressure.
Neil Collins has been a fan of adopting many of the great coaches' teachings, mantras, whatever it may be. And he said early on in his career, even as a player, when he came to the States, he would pick up books written by some of the greatest coaches in the history of all sports. And the mantra this team's taken on this year is called Best Year. And a little bit of extracurricular, that's Best Theatrics, maybe, and we'll see where that turns up. But back to this is that he's basing this off of Pat Riley, the legendary coach of the Los Angeles Lakers in Showtime, which had a effort called Career Best Effort, a method that was 1% improvement each day, each game, each session, whatever it could be. That didn't mean score more points. It was, can you do the little things? What can you do better? And that is the mentality the Sacramento Republic team is going to take here in 2026. Can they be the best version of you as a player in your career? And that sets a high standards, and when you set those standards, good things can come.
Yeah, individually, yes, and then collectively as a team, if everyone's getting on the same page, got to be careful, Jago. Got to be real careful. Kind of pulled out of that challenge. Good defending once again from Lamar Batista. But those little things as a coach, you know, you're constantly looking, how can I get the best out of my players?
Arturo Rodriguez robbed of one earlier, tried to chip the keeper that time.
His touch let him down. Rodriguez, the ball stuck under his feet. He just couldn't quite get enough purchase on the shot to trouble Tambakis. But coaching, it's such a such a tough thing. You know, it's Neil, obviously a former player, so he's probably get heavily influenced by coaches he's had, whether good or bad experiences. And then you're doing your study, and that is going to be a foul against Freddie Kleeman, probably a yellow card.
He'll get his name in the scorebook twice.
Yellow card issued to Republic FC in the 74th minute.
And FC Tulsa, they're going to get a look at their new top scorer this coming season. And we know he's capable of putting the ball in the back of the net. He's a handful. Came in a little bit later than most of the other players. And then for Sacramento, we're also going to get a look at one of their new strikers. And I think if you're Batista and you're Sissoko, you're looking over, you're like, oh, is that Kyle Edwards coming out of the game?
Not a great sign. This one comes off the face of Spalding, who keeps his composure and wins it back for the Republic, who are now starting to feel the heat. Spalding's looked really good tonight.
On cue, that's why I didn't say I was in trouble here. No, I'm not going to use the commentator's curse. He has done really well, and not only getting the assist, but filling in defensively.
Well, Galil Edmedkar will not get his second goal against the Republic, and he's replaced by Remy Cabral. Last 2 seasons in Phoenix, 14 goals, 48 appearances. And if he stays healthy, it could be quite a threat. Meanwhile, to the other side, Kyle Edwards, 12 goals, 8 of them off the bench. For Hartford Athletic a season ago, comes in for Forster Ajago, gets a standing ovation. He's got a great personality, and he put it all on display there. Couldn't get the goal. Should have probably had an assist, but either way, Sacramento up by score 1-0. And Kyle Edwards, who raised a trophy on this very turf for the USL Cup as a member of the Hartford Athletic, now in a Republic uniform. What does he bring to this Sacramento side? Maybe not even just immediately, but also long term.
Yeah, you mentioned it earlier, Robbie. He's a big impact player last year. He started a lot of games, but he also came off the bench, and he's a handful. He's going to continue where Ajago left off. He's going to be physical, but you give him chances in the box, and he's ruthless. If you get that service in there from those wide players, midfielders, get that ball into Kyle Edwards, he'll get plenty of goals.
Whistle comes in.
Just got to be careful with these free kicks they're giving away, Sacramento. Keep giving them away in dangerous areas. All it takes is just one player getting open, getting free.
It will be Jamie Weber, who has 2 new tools at his disposal. Remy Cabral and Bruno Lapa into the game. Owen Dom checked in as well. Dom receives it. Trying to get to the edge, floats it. Chel Benitez, that is something he has done time and time again. Great timing on a ball. He plays much bigger than his frame. There's no doubt about it.
He was a great addition last year for this club. He's going to continue. Looks like saw him a lot in midfield last year. I don't know if we'll see him as much this coming season.
Watch the USL Championship in Spanish on TUDN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Detroit City FC facing off newcomer Brooklyn FC on Saturday, May 14th, 1 o'clock Pacific. USLChampionship.com for all TV standings. Stauffer running into some space here just outside the 18, working his way defensively. It's Mark Anthony Kay. What an effort from Sacramento to kill another threat. This is another beauty from Michelle Benitez. Maybe a little bit too much in the air, and the size difference is going to be a bit of a problem. And Arturo Rodriguez is never going to get that call. Lamar Batista with a few things to say.
Yeah, I don't think Rodriguez, I don't think it was a foul against him. I don't think it was a foul for him either. You know, I think just let the ball go out of play. But it was a good chance for Sacramento to try and finish this game off. Malonga was wide on that left-hand side.
Tulsa has had 12 shots tonight, 2 of them on target, compared to 7 and 1 for Sacramento, but the one found a way into the back of the net. And this is where we stand in Northern California tonight. But FC Tulsa, they can score in bunches. Scored a little over a goal and a half a game in 2025, and they've got about 10 minutes to try to level this one. It took both contests by a 1-goal score. And while it's week 1, you say you're not going to win even the West or the league for that matter, it is a big one against a really good team, and these two teams definitely want to try to find a way to get points against each other. Trying to turn the corner again. This is partially deflected. Still a little bit of trouble as Danny Vitiello takes one of the tip.
Might be going in the book for that. So it's a late one from Sissoko.
And Vitiello's going to make it known.
No need to make any contact. I think he's got to sweet talk his way out of this one. It's a dangerous ball headed down initially by Batista. Yeah, and he pulls out of it. I don't think there's too much in that. Vitiello just trying to give him a bit of his own medicine. When he gets touched, it goes down. So how do you like that?
Sacramento region has you covered when it comes to health coverage. Western Health Advantage offers benefits for plans for all sides of business and budgets. Local service that will make employee benefit planning one less thing to worry about. That's Western Health Advantage.
And it's probably my bias, is, you know, growing up in a country where, you know, we take pride in being physical and staying up. But that's probably my one pet peeve with the game is how easily some players go down. And it's a little bit eye-opening to me when I came over to the States. And obviously there's different influences, but just and frustrating when you're a defensive midfielder, you're touching guys and they're just flopping on the ground. And it is cheating, you know, but and that's probably the one thing I'll continue to get on this year. If I see players maybe trying to manipulate the game in a way they shouldn't be, then no, I'm not going to let it stand.
Well, that's your big complaint. Mine is the officiating not asking for help. And also my second one is when teams, while these kits might look fantastic wearing them around town, it's impossible to read a lot of them. So when you yell at us for not knowing what player scored, it's because sometimes you can't see who that player is. Edwards, his first touch, he's going for goal. Oh my goodness! He was brought here for that very reason. He scored 8 off the bench in 25. Week 1, 5 minutes in, he's already got his first off the bench. It's 2-0 Sacramento. I mean, what Adam Muffet?
We spoke about how clinical he is, Kyle Edwards. Just give him service, give him a chance. And this doesn't look like it's the best chance. Rodriguez finds them, and the defender backs off and gives him time, gives him space. He's like, why not? Have a crack, hit the target, catches Tambakis. Maybe cheating a little bit, thinking this is going to go across his goal. Sneaks in at the near post. And it is a goal on his debut for Kyle Edwards. And an assist for Arturo Rodriguez.
One more time, Kyle!
He's got the gloves on because he's been putting in work already. Look at that. He is waving to the crowd. What a fiery squad. What a way to come out against the Western Conference champion, FC Tulsa. Neil Collins wanted a variety of attack. He wanted guys who come up and just come up with goals. Well, he's found a way here. Two different things this Sacramento team felt like they needed going into the offseason was the ability to score on set pieces, have their center backs get involved, and then have guys just go one-on-one and score goals. We've seen both of those come to true here in week 1.
Yeah, and it's not done yet. Tulsa, they've got a little bit of time to try and get something from this game. For Sacramento Republic, you want to make sure, can you start the season? This is going to be another chance.
Edwards, a little bit of a heavy touch, going to try to come back, cuts it through, and defensively, it's just enough from FC Tulsa's stopper. Is that Owen Dom? Excuse me, Owen Dom, and
first touch got away from him. Kyle Edwards, he didn't expect that ball to come to him. Almost got a quick double. Great recovery from Owen Dom to snuff it out. But if Sacramento can get that, not only get the 3 points, again, can you defensively continue where you left off last year and be one of the best, well, the best in the West?
Dom, little toe tap, that was tricky. And not a bad opportunity to try to create for your club, who is down by 2. It's Vidiello again. 2 goals on the night for Sacramento. It's Kleeman and Edwards. And you sort of look at the styles of Ajago and Edwards, and a little bit similar in ways. It'll be fun to watch how Neil Collins tweaks these lineups, and will we see Ajago and Edwards in the same game at times? And Mark Anthony Kay, and now it is Weber and Mack who come together, and the officiating crew and Mark Anthony Kay maybe a little reckless going in, and that is the 4th yellow card of the evening. Third for Sacramento.
Yeah, gonna get those. You're gonna get those yellow cards. He's a great game. He really has. It's been impressive to see not only him. Everyone's had a really strong night, but he's going to pick yellow cards up. He's going for the ball. He's winning the ball. He's leading the team. Look, Spencer a little frustrated at how this game's gone so far. I think Tulsa have looked threatening, as you mentioned, Rob. They're going to be there or thereabouts once again. You can see they have the quality. Maybe just trying to fill that void in the striker position initially as Remy Cabral gets going.
A little dangerous there between Weber and Arturo. I mean, the way those first 50+ minutes went, you're going to put money down. You're putting it. Mael Malongo is going to score the goal for Sacramento. Interesting enough, they sort of shifted over even a little bit more with him, and it's giving Sacramento a little bit of freedom. And it's Blake Willie now coming into the match for Arturo Rodriguez.
Tonight, number 10, Arturo.
Good debut from Arturo Rodriguez. He's probably he's definitely going to be frustrated once he sees the replay that he doesn't get the goal, which he deserved. But he contributes, he gets an assist. He's a quality player, and it's good to see Blake Willie getting back out there.
Blake Willie, 3 assists a season ago. First time Republic Academy player, 3 assists in a season.
And these are the things you face as a youngster, though. It's, for Blake continuing in his career, he's maybe looking, oh, these players are leaving, these players aren't coming, and then a whole slew of new players who have great experience come in, and that's the life of a professional player. So hopefully that elevates his game and he continues. We saw it last year from the year prior, and you're hoping that continues. Sometimes you get that mentality as a youngster, oh, I'm not going to get my chance. Well, you got to earn that chance, and he's got several minutes here to go and do that, and we just love his energy. Look at him go already.
And the one thing you want to probably see him build on from 25 is just be a little bit more aggressive. I think he deferred a lot. It'll be just to see how he transitioned with another quality year under his belt. Well, the goal from Kyle Edwards continues the string. That is the 19th Republic player to have scored in their club debut in each of the last 6 seasons. In the season opener, Adam, it's 7 straight Republic players who've scored in their debut. And it's not like Republic have turned over the rosters every year, especially the last several years. It's almost shocking. So Kyle Edwards, congratulations, keeping the streak alive for the Republic.
Oh, well done, Kyle.
I love this from Memo and company. Still just being aggressive, not just sitting back. What an opportunity for Sacramento in week 1 to showcase in front of these fans, and they have done just that. An exciting first half, didn't result in a goal, but the second half, Sacramento stayed with it. Felt like they may have got a bit robbed on that opportunity for Jago to find Arturo Rodriguez. The moments later, breaking the game to a 1-0 advantage. Spalding to Kleeman. So 2 returnees connecting, and then 2 newcomers connecting the second goal between Arturo and Kyle Edwards. 4 minutes of stoppage time brought to you by the Sacramento County Department of Behavioral Health Services.
Milan goes on again. He'd love to get himself on the score sheet. Maybe deserves something. He's good and he's given a foul away for getting his shirt pulled on that one.
A player like that, we mentioned just a little bit about. He not always score, but he's going to draw a lot of attention.
Looks like Pep Casas is going to make his debut as well for Sacramento Republic.
Sacramento Republic FC substitution in the 90th minute. Lead of the match, number 8, Memo Rodriguez.
Memo with a couple of looks tonight. Couldn't get him to go, but the Spaniard, Pep Casas, into the game at a Spokane velocity a season ago. 27 appearances and assists. He's 25 years of age and making his Republic debut here tonight in week 1.
Great debut for Memo Rodriguez coming out of the game. You just see how great an addition he's going to be. You know, just energy. He'll be disappointed he didn't get that goal. One especially in the first half that just snuck by the near post. He's just a lot of energy, constantly looking to get the ball, threatening areas. Great start to his career with Sacramento Republic here tonight. And if they can close out this victory, it'll be even better.
Body's hitting the turf, no whistle. Blake Willie, energy is high. Decent step there by Chrysostomo. Almost stopped talking about Danny just because Republic had so much of the attack, and it was so useful in that first 45 minutes as Tulsa, that attack was working, the turnovers were putting them right into dangerous situations, and Danny Chrysostomo came up big early. If we don't quickly forget that save on the line that he made, was able to get in front and get his body and prevent a goal.
Yeah, I've forgotten about it already, but you've jogged my memory. Yes, I do remember that in the first half. It was a while ago. Ryan Spalding gets the free kick down in the corner, and Danny Vitiello is going to take his sweet time to try and see out this. I'd love to get his season underway with another clean sheet.
Still a minute or so to go. See if they can hold this out. Talked about Kyle Edwards so much in that USL Cup final here against Hartford Athletic. We were so concerned about what he would do this game. I mean, he brought so much attention, and what a get this could be for the Republic this year. We've had some good big-time scores off the bench. Luther Archimed had a great year. Wilson knee shot and name another. That cost us Mark Anthony Kay. He might be hunting for a goal. Edwards, the step over. Edwards, so quick and powerful. I mean, that is something you just can't teach.
No, he knows what he wants to do. He wants to score goals, and if he can get half a yard and get a shot off, he's going to go for it.
And that will do it. Sacramento has picked up their 200th victory in club history, and it's Kyle Edwards and Freddie Kleeman. And that man, alone at the top, 59 shutouts in his USL Championship career. Danny Vitiello in sole position as he overtakes Evan Newton and Alex Tambakis. What a win for Sacramento here tonight against FC Tulsa, the reigning Western Conference champions.
Yeah, but man, Freddie Kleeman gets the game-winning goal. I want to make it 1-0, and then the icing on the cake was Kyle Edwards, and Freddie Kleeman, he's your Western Health Advantage man of the match. Not only is a defender, yes, we get the goal, but he gets the clean sheet as well. Played a big part in that. Solid defensively. And a really, really good team performance from Sacramento Republic. It was tight. It was a tense first half. It was close. And you felt like it could have gone either way. He deserved that, though. In the second half, it's fantastic.
And what I loved about this game, it was physical, it was intense, as you said, but it wasn't cheap in any way. It was quite a match between these players. In Sacramento, can't beat it. Here comes Gurr, and here goes the goal.
The Roseville Auto Mall is Northern California's ultimate destination when looking for your next vehicle. With 21 top brands and award-winning dealers, we've got everything you need to hit the road with confidence, all at prices you'll love. Save even more when you shop the largest selection of vehicles online at RosevilleAutomall.com. Right now is the best time to shop during our certified pre-owned sales event. The Roseville Auto Mall, driven to be the best.
First, at Shriners Children's, the world's most advanced scoliosis procedures are born here. In fact, we deliver access to the world's best doctors for nearly every pediatric orthopedic condition. We're delivering care without compromise is our promise. And kids can just be kids. Because being first always starts with empowering the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
At Precision Garage Door, there's nothing we haven't seen and nothing we can't fix. The biggest concern we hear is, my car is trapped. I can't get to work. That's why we provide same-day solutions. At Precision, garage doors and openers are all we do, and we know tomorrow is too late. Quality service quickly. That's what you get with Precision. Right now, get a Precision Garage Door tune-up for only $69.95. 25-point inspection, adjustment, and lubrication included. Call Precision Garage Door today.
Precision Garage Door service, name you can trust.
No. I'm in my own head.
What the heck are you talking about?
I think I got away with something that I shouldn't have. See that brand new Hyundai Santa Fe?
Yeah.
I only paid...
Finish that bucket on your own. Practice makes perfect.
Enjoy your new car.
Yeah, you too. Bye-bye.
Feels so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on select Hyundai vehicles. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
Great evening in Sacramento, can't beat it. Here comes Gurr, and here goes the goal.
You're nothing short of unique. Your goals, your experiences, but most importantly, your health. Cookie cutter health coverage just doesn't cut it. Western Health Advantage provides what really matters. Flexible plans that work for your individual needs. Support for healthy obsessions, getting more than the basics. Care that uplifts our community. That's my advantage. Whether you get insurance from an employer or covered California, make the healthy switch and find your advantage at westernhealth.com.
Final here in Sacramento, and that man a hero. Freddie Kleeman, his first goal in a Republic uniform as Sacramento goes on to beat FC Tulsa 2-0 in Week 1 of the USL Championship. We welcome you back here in the booth. Is Rob McAllister, Adam Moffett with you, and what a fun night that was, Adam. Oh my, and great one for the fans too. You couldn't have asked for much better than this.
Yeah, you get the clean sheet, you get 2 goals, very exciting, dynamic attack. It's new. You kind of don't know what it's going to look like, but I'm excited.
And there's the image of the match, and the first time these guys all coming together for real, and everyone with their game face on, ready to go. And they were out early on, as you see. What would this be like? How would this go? It was electric. There is no doubt about it. Let's take a look at our full-time highlights, shall we? And early on, I thought FC Tulsa came out and they wanted to see if they could get one early, and Danny Crisostomo likely saving the day. Meanwhile, we'd roll into this play. It should be an Ajago Arturo Rodriguez connection. We'll remember it in our hearts, but they won't remember it in the scorebooks. We'll get this one, though. Spalding to Kleeman, both with the first assist for Spalding in Sacramento and the first goal for Kleeman. And then how about this follow-up?
Yeah, he wasn't on too long, Kyle Edwards, but he was very threatening, and all he's looking for is a tiny little bit of space. Can I get my shot off? Can I score goals? And that's what you want to see from a striker. And delighted to get a goal on his debut in front of these Republic fans. I think we'll be seeing a lot of that celebration.
Full-time stats and 8 shots for Sacramento, and they'd end up with 2 goals on the night. And much more direct. There was a times when they would move it, pull it out, see if they could work, but not like what we saw last year. I don't know if we'll see this every week, just the way that Tulsa plays versus maybe some other teams. But either way, Adam, I mean, the stats are the only one that matters at very top level.
Yeah, exactly. 2 goals and fun to watch. I mean, you look at everyone, the new additions, and I think everyone impressed. Everyone did really well, and the guys returning as well. So great first night.
Well, Adam, I know you're going to love this.
Ooh,
when
yeah,
SRFC wins, you win a free 10-piece chicken McNuggets with a minimum purchase of about $2. Next day on the McDonald's app, Go Republic. It's obviously available at participating McDonald's, but eat up, my friend. It's time to celebrate, huh? Hey, week 1. Exciting. It's always challenging. You got to get back in this moment, and I'm not talking about players, about us, just trying to get back in the rhythm of doing games. But wow, what a way! I mean, adrenaline's pumping. I'm ready to get to week 2 already.
Yeah, and I watched these guys at practice this week, and you could see they were intense. They were flying. You were like, I don't know how. Hopefully they can do that in the game, and they did. They really did bring it. And credit to Tulsa. The first half was very close. They probably had the better of it in the first half, but the second half, you can see Sacramento just kind of building on that first, and they thoroughly deserved the 3 points. And it could be a big 3 points, as you mentioned. Tulsa winning both games last year.
Well, FC crucial. Tulsa tonight. And then you're going to be on the road heading to Kentucky to take on Lexington, who has revamped their team. They took their top keeper from a year ago here. I mean, other than probably Sacramento and a couple others, Lexington, you could make the argument, has made the most dramatic change, most aggressive in the offseason, and we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, tough game. And every game is going to be tough this year, and we don't know who's going to be the stronger teams. We'd imagine both Sacramento and Tulsa will be there or thereabouts come the end of the season. You don't quite know, but Lexington, they seem very ambitious this year, and it's great for the league. It's great to see those things.
Well, there's going to be a lot of young players maybe getting some opportunities as well. The U.S. Open Cup is starting on the 18th, and of course Sacramento will be a little bit home heavy early on. Do you like this? Do you wish it was more home heavy at the end? What do you think?
Yeah, you just go with the flow. You got to find ways to get some points on the road. Is definitely very, very home heavy as you look at the league play and that first round of the U.S. Open Cup. Take care of business at home. You want to be you're more likely going to get more points at home, so if you can get them early where they're at, then go do it.
It was a problem last year, though. A lot of draws here, and they felt like they dropped some massive games here that could have led them to that #1 seed. I don't know if it changes the end result at the end of the day. However, something they wanted to correct here in 26.
Yeah, different personnel, so maybe that was something, the players who have departed, kind of had that, we're playing at home, a lot of pressure. New guys in, it shouldn't be the same issue, and that's something Neil Collins will want to correct.
Well, it was fantastic, and what a wonderful night it was, and we want to say goodbye to our one of our staff members, Nathan Urower, who is moving on after a couple of seasons here in the Republic and a variety of roles, I should say. We'll miss you. Congratulations, Nathan, on your next role. For our entire crew here in Sacramento, a fantastic broadcast crew, one of the best in the business. He's Adam Moffat. I'm Rob McAllister. We're appreciative of all of you. We'll see you early next Saturday against Lexington.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.